Okay, so this is the second part regarding detection and how to avoid it. We are going to talk about avoiding D-scan and avoiding combat probes. What are the quickest ways you can make sure you survive an EVE? So we talked about detecting someone, but what if you become the one that others look for in the system? There are a few things you can do to make their time looking for you a nightmare, and here they are. For D-scan, they can't find you if you're not there. If you realize someone's hunting you, get away, moving out of enemy range. Whenever you see someone you don't want to fight is a good idea before they have the time to pinpoint you. Generally also never stay AFK in areas where someone can easily shoot you and where that's not penalized, because that does make some people decide not to. Also, really getting out of the site is a good idea. If you don't want to take a fight, just leave the system as soon as possible. A lot of people centered around PvP will stay in that system and think you will do a stupid mistake, so they will stay as long as you do. If you want to keep doing the thing you were doing, be it exploration, low-sec mining or whatever, leave the system. Come back in 15 minutes. They will most probably be gone. Because also it is better to live, to fight another day, than playing a hero, getting greedy, and then blowing up. There is also a little saying that there are some ships that don't show up on D-scan, and newbies do learn that lesson the hard way. And it's true. Hugin, Lachesis, Rook, and Curse are 4 ships that do not show up on D-scan, so you will not see them on D-scan until it's too late. So if you want to go hunting solo, that might be one of the ships you want to take out to scout out and, not be seen by people, because unless they are on grid with you or use combat probes, they will not be able to get you. Next one is, of course, cloak, and cloak. If you are Omega, because it is an Omega only thing, getting a basic cloak is the best thing you can do for your exploration or basic operations. Even hauling, you can just cloak when the gate doesn't seem safe and wait it out. If you explore wormholes, you can cloak up next to the entrance or in a dead space spot and scan the whole wormhole down without being detected, without having to think, if someone hunting me, is someone not hunting me? So it eases your mind a little. You should still be using a D-scan, because if you see a second set of probes, you know that someone's there, but at least they won't be able to get you immediately. Of course, a basic cloak is a good start. However, if you want to get more and more into exploration, getting a T2 exploration ship with covered ops cloak is the best possible solution for you, because then you can start warping cloaked, which is a game changer. And then positioning yourself well is also a very good thing to do. Best example is doing wormhole exploration. If you don't have cloak, it might be the best to make that space spot while you're scanning signatures down. That way, if anyone wants to get you, they have to use combat probes in order to catch you. They cannot do it any other way. This gives you a lot of time to react, because their scanning takes at least 6 seconds, and before they pinpoint you, before they put the probes around you, you will see them for longer, having the time to decide, oh, I need to get out. And if you have cloak, I would advise to stay around the wormhole. Why? Because just as every gate flashes when someone comes through it, a wormhole will have a wave coming through it. So you know immediately that someone's in there and they just came after you, and you can get out without risking anything, because you can just approach the wormhole and take it, especially given that you can take wormholes from 5 kilometers away. So yeah, that was for descan and for avoiding combat probes. As I said previously, combat probes are pretty efficient when it comes to getting on top of your target. How do you avoid them? First of all, cloak. If they can't see you, they cannot scan you. You are invulnerable to any form of detection. The only thing they can do to get you is get under 2,000 meters from you. But if they cannot scan you, they are not on grid with you, they will be unable to do it. Then, movement. Scanning takes much more time than descan, scanning using the combat probes. It's still quick, however, if you have a ship that can align fast, keep on moving between 3 or 4 different points in space. The dead space spots are best, but if you don't have them, you can bounce between planets, moons, pocos, the sun, and so on. That way, they will keep trying to scan you, but they will not be able to pinpoint you. And last but not least, as I mentioned in the first part, modules that can help you a lot. A venture that packs just 2 sensor boosters with ECCM script can be totally unscannable for a ship with 50 combat probe scan strength. The ship will get stuck around 80%, and the Heron I have been using in the previous part has 59, and as you could see, 3 Seabows made it also unscannable, which can be an advantage when you want to go out there, want to be unscannable, and for example, be eyes and ears for your fleet or whatever else. But yeah, those are the basics of how to detect others and avoid detection, so that you can get a little bit more experience with that and get another trick or two in your repertoire before you encounter another ganker in a wormhole, low sec, null sec, and so on. So, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you on the next one.